also want to point out, as I was doing those flies, you see I kind of lean forward a little bit. I feel like if I'm too straight up, I can't like let my shoulder, I can't drive through my shoulders. I feel like I'm driving like, I don't know, more in my forearms because I'm more straight up, but if I'm leaning forward, I get more shoulder activation and mid-shoulder activation too. That way I'm building the medius part of the shoulder and I'm targeting the medius part of the shoulder. So just point that out. So whenever you go, pinkies up, drive through your shoulder and lean forward a little bit before you go. So I guess lean forward and then drive through your shoulder. But we're on reverse pec deck. Hit the rear delts. Cannot neglect the rear delts. If you want a completely round shoulder, the rear delt is what makes it. If you have no rear delt, you're basically front delt dominant and you're gonna have those monkey arms. That shit's gonna be hanging like this because your rear delt is what makes the circular figure of the delt, of the muscle. So whenever I'm doing these, elbows slightly bent. I don't wanna feel it a lot in my triceps. I'm going to feel it some in my triceps, but I don't wanna feel it predominantly in my triceps. So when I go, keep my elbows kind of bent and I'm literally pinching my rear delts together like I'm trying to pinch a pencil in between them. I say the same thing with traps. Whenever you hit rows, you want to pinch your traps like there's a pencil in between them. Same principle with your rear delts. So elbows slightly bent, pinch through, drive through, and just failure, failure, failure. I'll probably do one warm-up set and I'll do 3 sets of failure because I don't have to do it. Genetically I have really good rear delts, which thank God I do. So I don't have to hit a lot of them. I'll just do like more higher volume and like more reps so I can get more tension on the muscle, and that seems to be good enough. So we're gonna go ahead and do 1 warm-up set, 3 sets to failure, and we're gonna move on. Alright, we're on the shoulder machine right here. Dude, I used to sleep on this thing, heavy. I fucking love this machine now. If you put the seat to where, like, notice how the handles, they're right level with my shoulder. So I'm not going past 90 degrees. That's unnecessary range of motion. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Like, if you're going past, you shouldn't be going past 90 degrees. So it's like right here, I keep it on my shoulders. That way I can come under it and it's already right there. So as I know, as soon as I'm getting like a full rep, I just explode up. I'm already at that 90-degree angle. I don't have to worry about going past, putting a bunch of unnecessary tension on the shoulder. So I've been doing this. I did this to start the other week and it felt so good. I just felt like, you know, it wasn't hard on my elbows, it wasn't hard on my joints. I was just feeling it straight in my shoulders. So we'll probably, I mean, I like to go heavy at the front end. So the heavy shoulder press at the beginning, that was great. We'll see how heavy we can go here. But I'm trying to feel the muscle. I'm trying to put the mind in the muscle. Right now, I'm not worried about the weight. I'm worried about the contraction. I'm worried about the squeeze because I want to sculpt that shit. We're 9 weeks out, baby. We have to keep the goal in mind. I'm not a power lifter right now. I'm training to look the best I can in 9 weeks. Now I want to point out, same principle on this machine, or same principle for dumbbell shoulder press, same thing here. Tucking in those elbows just a little bit, not too much. Just tugging in the elbows just a little bit to where I feel it all in the whole shoulder and not the front shoulder, because if you flare out too much, it's gonna put all the emphasis on that front shoulder. I'm trying to get all heads of the shoulder involved, so I'm tucking in my elbows a little bit. And then I'm just driving through, slowing the way down, driving up, slowing the way down, driving up, and controlling the weight, getting the most out of the movement. So, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of people that argue with me on the fact that, oh, what works for you might not work best for me. Yeah, but it's a scientific fact that more mechanical tension you put on the muscle, the more muscle it's going to apply. So the more muscle your body's gonna build in that area. So you have to force growth because you have to understand the more tension, the more mechanical tension, the more emphasis you put on a muscle, and the slower you put it down, then the more it has to tear. The muscle grows by tearing apart and rebuilding back stronger. And the slower you go, the more tension you put on a muscle, the more tearing you're doing. Because you have to think, slowing down the movement, the muscle's actually able to stretch. Those bands and fibers within your muscle are actually stretching and then coming back together. It's the elasticity of the muscle. So the more tension you have it, treat it like a rubber band. The more you stretch out a rubber band, it gets those little micro tears in it. It becomes looser, so it becomes looser, that's not like a muscle. The muscle creates those tears, and then whenever you feed yourself the diet, the more protein, then that protein goes straight to the muscle and rebuilds it back stronger. So you want the muscle to tear apart. Your weight's gonna be low, and then it's gonna just progressively go up. And the harder you push, the more you work, the more effort you put forth, the more results you're gonna see. So it's not rocket science. What works best for me, what I'm telling you to do is going to work best for you as long as you're doing what I'm telling you to do. So this isn't just like an experiment with just me. It works for everybody. Everybody has their little nuances that they like to do, shit differently, and that's great. But when it comes to baseline building muscle, more mechanical tension equals more muscle growth. Being said, it's gonna be our last set. Then I'm gonna go into some shrugs because I hit shrugs with shoulders. I feel like when you do lateral flies, you're already hitting the trap, so you might as well include it. My traps are somewhat of a genetic weak point of mine, so I hit them twice a week on back day, and I hit them on shoulder day. Just because I'm trying to get thick traps. They're coming in a little bit. I'm not trying to have no neck, but I definitely want some bigger traps. And I'm finally seeing that growth that I've been wanting to see. I'm hitting them multiple times a week and going to failure, really pushing myself on the full decompression and full squeeze of the trap itself. So without further ado, let's get into this last set. Also, for my people that are cutting, for my people that are bulking, for my people that are powerlifting, for my people that are training for aesthetics, you make sure you're getting your rest periods in between sets. You need to let your central nervous system reset from the exertion you just put on the body. So it's very important if you want to build muscle, you want to go heavy. Yes, drop sets and supersets are great to an extent. More on the back end of your workout? I honestly no. I would say more on the front end. You can do some supersets when you're fresh and you're feeling stronger. But towards the end of your workout, you need to be focusing on the mechanics of the lift and actually slowing down the tempo and really feeling the muscle stretch and contract. But you also need to be taking that rest in between, because at the end of your workout, you're more fatigued, you're more tired. The body needs more rest time to accrue all that energy, ATP within the system, so it can feed it to the mitochondria within your cells, and you're able to have that energy to pump out your last sets at the end of your workout. I don't think a lot of people think of it like that. They think of it as how many workouts can I do in this amount of time? The more I do, the more muscle I'm gonna put on. No, the more you do, the faster you do, the more fatigued you're gonna be, and the more unnecessary stress that you're gonna put on the muscle. So it is very important. The hypertrophy range of rest is 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes in between sets. That gives the CNS ample amount of time to rest, to where you have enough ATP in your body to put energy into your last sets, last reps, whatever it may be. don't want to go straight up like this, because that's only gonna build that part of the trap. If you lean forward a little bit and you pinch up and back, you're actually getting the meatiness of the trap. The trap goes all the way down to your mid-back. So you want to make sure you're focusing on all heads. Well, not all heads, but I guess all angles of your trap. Not coming just straight up with it. If you're coming straight up with it, you're just hitting that front, and then you're going to be like this. You're going to have no thickness in that back. So it's up and back. Lean forward, up and back. Not just straight up the whole time. Also, another thing, my right trap is a little bit smaller than my left. So after I hit traps, like after I hit both of them, then I'll go into just like, I'll hold a 45 plate and I'll just go into one arm, just shrugs. Or, yeah, one arm shrugs. I'll just focus on that trap alone, build it up. I know everybody's got a weaker side, so I used to have to build my left arm up, and now it's as big as my right. I would say I got more of a peak on my left than I do my right. So, but got to build this trap up so whenever we go for the lat spreads and all the posing on stage, we don't have a muscular imbalance anywhere. I'm trying to look symmetrical everywhere on my body that I can. Still got my right leg to bring up compared to my left, but I think it's going to be coming in just in time, especially as we get shredded. I think they'll look a lot more even whenever they become more feathered. So I'm going to finish up with just some one-arm shrugs. I've been doing 25 minutes of cardio on the stair climber, and that's pretty much it. I'll tell you, I picked a perfect time to come today, because luckily I didn't have to work. Me and my brother are going to this Deep Tropics EDM festival down in Nashville today. We're leaving at like 2:30. It's currently 1 o'clock right now, so I still got 25 minutes of cardio to do on the stair climber, but ain't nobody in this joint. So it makes it easier to record because I hate being in people's way. I don't feel awkward recording anymore. I used to get like super anxious. I always saw people looking at me as I'm trying to talk to the camera, and then I would like have to like look at them, and I would totally forget what I was talking about. So now people stare at me, I don't really give a fuck. It is what it is, but I just want to make sure I'm being, you know, considerate of people's space. And I also don't want to capture anybody in the camera that doesn't want to be in the camera, because, you know, this is a public gym. They're paying good money to work out at this gym too. So it's like, I want there to be equity amongst everybody. I want there to be fairness. So, but I just finished up the workout. I gotta do 25 minutes of cardio. Good workout. I hope you guys got something out of this video, whether it comes to mind-muscle connection, slowing down your tempo, you know, what movements you can do, how to perform them. So yeah, other than that, I'm gonna knock out some cardio, and then I'm gonna go home and get ready to go to this EDM fest. So it'll be a lot of fun. 9 weeks out, baby. 185.4 pounds as of this morning, and only getting leaner by the day. It's gonna get tough, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. And mentally, I'm here for the long run. Physically, we'll make it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys following me along on this journey. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because it is free. Other than that, I will see y'all next Sunday. Peace.